Được, nhìn thấy nhiều.
Hello. Hello. So on a personal level, and also on behalf of the people of Vietnam, thank you very much, Madam Secretary, for your strong support to address world legacy issues. Now on the fourth visit, what a wonderful day it is today to be marking the 20th anniversary of the Fulbright program in Vietnam. Madam Secretary, prior to your arrival, we heard from 3 prominent alumni on the impact of the Fulbright experience in their work and life. Fulbright changed their lives. Fulbrighters learned to reassess their own assumptions, help people to understand each other, to overcome mistrust and stereotyping, and build lifelong international friendships. We changed our own lives on the way to helping others. For me, Fulbright not only made the graduate school possible, but also immersed me in the capital city of the United States. I was able to learn about the workings of the US government and to meet people who were not only veterans of the war, but who were also working to normalize relations between our countries and improve the lives of the Vietnamese people. Alumni of the Fulbright program and other US government exchange programs have returned home and are now positioned at senior level in the government, business, and in our growing civil society. We are here today at the Foreign Trade University, which is proud to have the nickname of the Harvard of Vietnam. I'm sure there are many future Fulbrighters in its 27,000 students. Madam Secretary, you are and will continue to be the inspiration for women everywhere. We are most especially grateful for your leadership in working to protect the rights of women and girls worldwide, protecting education and health for girls, and being the visible champion of women's empowerment and development. Ladies and gentlemen, no Secretary of State of the United States has visited Vietnam more than Hillary Clinton. In fact, come to think of it, which family of government has ever visited Vietnam more than the Clintons? They are our true friends and will always be more than welcome here. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to the podium.
Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad to have this opportunity to be here 2 years after my husband was here. And I think, as Tao says, the Clintons and Vietnam have a very close relationship that I hope continues for many, many years into the future. And to be here at this great university, I really appreciate so much, Mr. President, President Hoàng Văn Châu. Thank you so much for you and your leadership. And thanks to all of the students and the Fulbright alumni who are here as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of Vietnam's Fulbright program. You know, I think it is easy when someone like me comes to visit, or my husband, or Secretary Leon Panetta, who was just here, to focus on the high officials who come to visit. But really, although that's what draws the headlines, what is as important, if not more important, are the daily contacts between our people. So many Vietnamese and so many American people who get to know one another, who have a chance to work together or study together or even live together, creating those bonds that really do bring us closer together. So I'm delighted to be here representing my country and the many, many millions of Americans who have a very, very positive feeling about Vietnam and who care deeply about the future of this country and in particular the future of young people like yourselves. One of the ways we show that is by supporting academic study abroad. The United States has a long history of doing that because we think it helps Americans to visit other countries, to learn and form lasting bonds, and we want people from other countries to do the same in the United States. And it's no exaggeration to say that programs like the Fulbright program play a crucial role in America's foreign policy. J. William Fulbright was a very well-known, famous American senator in his time, and he believed so strongly that what was most important was breaking down the walls of misunderstanding and mistrust. Not that we will agree on everything, because no two people, let alone two nations, agree on everything, but that we will see each other as fellow human beings on a common journey, a journey that is filled with all of the possibilities that are available to people around the world. And it's no accident that we have been focused on strengthening our people-to-people engagement here in Vietnam and throughout Asia as a way of building more and more of those relationships. So over the past 2 decades, the Fulbright program has helped to deepen the ties between our nations, and it has, as we have just heard, literally transformed the lives of over 1,000 American and Vietnamese students, scholars, educators, and business people. And it has indeed already produced some remarkable leaders, and I know it will continue to produce remarkable leaders. Fulbright alumni are already major figures in Vietnamese policies, deputy prime ministers, foreign minister, Minh, whom I just met with, is a Fulbright alum. And others have gone on to make important contributions in science, in business, in the arts, and certainly in academia. Now, some of the most accomplished alumni from all our scholarship programs are here with us today. And their remarkable stories show what is possible when you help talented young people get the skills and connections they need to succeed. Now, I could literally tell you hundreds of stories, but let me just talk about one example. Do Minh Thuy. Where is Do? Is Do Minh Thuy here? Ah, there you are, Do. Well, Do used her Fulbright scholarship to study journalism at Indiana University. And after graduating, she decided that her fellow journalists in Vietnam deserved the chance to have access to the kinds of skills and experiences she had. So she recruited some friends that she'd met in Indiana to help her create a program for training and mentoring young journalists. And today, her team has run workshops with over 2,300 participants in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. So one person, one scholarship has that kind of ripple effect in just one area. of Vietnamese life. Dom Bích Thuy, is Dom Bích Thuy here? Dom, yes. Another Fulbright scholar and a graduate of the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania, is now one of the most prominent women in finance in Southeast Asia. As vice chairwoman at ANZ Bank, she leads over 10,000 employees. And she has said that studying abroad helped her, and I quote, to approach the world and people from other cultures with a more balanced, less biased view while maintaining my originality. That's a beautiful way of saying that. And I think that these two women, and so many of you, are representative of the professionals and scholars who have studied in the United States and then taken that experience and put it to work back home. And even more young people are on the track to do the same thing. Today, there are over 15,000 Vietnamese students in the United States. And I believe this generation of students and scholars is well positioned to make great contributions to Vietnam's future. And it won't be just because of their education and their skills. It will be because of the relationships and the perspectives that they forge and bring home with them. And they then will be really at the foundation of creating new opportunities, new ways of thinking, innovation, entrepreneurship that will help so many other Vietnamese realize their own dreams. I like to say that talent is universal, but opportunity is not. There are smart, hard-working people all over Vietnam, in fact, all over the world, who may not get the opportunity that some of you have had. Therefore, it's incumbent upon all of us to keep opening those doors of opportunity, because walking through it may be a young man or a young woman who becomes a medical researcher and discovers a cure for a terrible disease, becomes an entrepreneur and creates a product that Vietnam exports all over the world, and by doing so creates thousands of jobs, becomes a professor who then creates the next and the next and the next generation of those who contribute. So we want to do more, and the United States is looking to do more to increase the number of education exchanges. I just met with the foreign minister himself, a Fulbrighter, to talk about what more we could do to give even more young Vietnamese the chance to study. And we'll be exploring that and looking for ways to put that into action. But then I invite you to please give us your ideas about what more we can do working with you, working with the government, working with civil society, working with business in Vietnam to create more of these connections. Our ambassador, Ambassador David Scher, is here, and if you have ideas, please let our embassy know. Because one of the things I most admire about what Vietnam has accomplished in the last 20 years is, among other things, the incredible resilience and dedication to improving lives and society, the role that women are playing in Vietnam. I go to many countries, and that is not yet the case. But it's happening right here in Vietnam, women and men together building the new Vietnam. The emphasis on education, which is the passport to a better future, and constantly opening doors for higher and higher levels of educational attainment. This is the best way that I think Vietnam can prepare itself. People often ask me, what can an individual, what can a nation do? Well, the world we live in is unpredictable. There is no way that we will know everything that will happen in the future. But the best insurance policy is a good education at a great university like the Foreign Trade University or one of the others here in Vietnam or abroad. So we want, working with you and talking with the leaders of educational institutions like this one, as well as your government and others in society, to figure out how we can be a better partner when it comes to opening those doors for Vietnamese young people. So I wish all of you the very best as you continue your own careers and professions. I hope that you stay in touch with those whom you met and worked with and studied with in the United States. I am inspired by what you have accomplished in such a short period of time. And I look forward to continuing this partnership between our countries. It's one that I think can be, as I have said before, a model, and one that can become better and better because we work at it together. It's not the United States or Vietnam, it is us working together to create that model relationship and to provide the opportunities for both of our people to live up to their own God-given potentials. Thank you all very much.
So while you are signing the book, Madam Secretary, well, on behalf of our community of alumni, not only Fulbright program, but also other U.S. government program, we would like to thank you very much for your support for the program, and also for the generosity of the United States government. More often than not, the good that governments do goes unrecorded. We, as Fulbrighters, would like it to go not unrecorded, because we are the evidence of that goodness. But Fulbrighters also bring something good from Vietnam to America. We share our history, our culture, and our life experience. And as our country grows close together, more and more Americans are beginning to visit Vietnam. And when people-to-people diplomacy is working, the roots of lasting relationships become well established. So, Madam Secretary, the presence here provides enormous encouragement for that process. And thank you for making time to include us in our busy schedule. And thank you for your encouragement and for making such a statement by being here today, and for what you have just said. It's now my pleasure to invite the President of the Foreign Trade University to the stage to offer the formal thanks to those visit here today. Professor Hoàng Văn Châu.
Her Excellency Hillary Clinton, ladies and gentlemen, we at Foreign Trade University are indeed honored and feel greatly privileged to have you here at our university today. On behalf of our faculty members and students, I'd like to extend our warmest welcome and heartfelt gratitude to you, and wish you very good health and a fruitful visit to Vietnam. Madam Secretary, it's very nice to meet you here, and we are so proud and happy that you could spare your time for a talk with our students and Fulbright alumni. We know that education is one of your priorities, and we are doing very well in this direction. At present, we have 3 important partners for the joint programs in the U.S. Colorado State University, Colorado State Fulbright, and University of Hawaii. Madam Secretary, please accept our most sincere thanks for your charming and gracious visit. We will remember this event with a great deal of pride for a very long time. And please convey our best wishes to President Bill Clinton, whom we were proud of meeting here about 2 years ago. My thanks should also go to the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam, Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Vietnam for arranging this event. We hope we will have the honor to welcome Madam Secretary and other high-ranking officials of the U.S. to our university in the near future. Thank you.